Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Corey, and this is Get Sharp. Check this out. A Navy Cutlass. Oh, this thing's dull as a butter knife, but it's built like a battleship. And I've got a puny little 1x30 belt sander. This is a real life Sharpeners David and Goliath story. You're not gonna wanna miss this one. Well, I almost forgot to do a close-up of the blade prior to grinding. I'm sure y'all want to kind of get a close-up of this thing. So I went ahead and started removing protective tape. Game plan, cover everything except for the edge. It's got a really nice mirror finish on it. And that handle, oh my goodness, it is just beautiful. I wrapped that thing up like 10 times with saran wrap. That way we can't make any mistakes. The blade itself does have some scuffs on it. I looked over all those little scratches with the owner and made sure to set proper expectations of what could happen, but also set expectations for what the goal is. He's watched a lot of my videos. He knows I'm very meticulous. He has confidence in me, and most importantly, I have confidence. So we're gonna make this thing a reality. We're gonna get this thing sharp. Well, this definitely is not a kitchen knife. I went ahead and marked the blade every 6 inches. Gonna do this in sections, or I'm anticipating that's how I should do this. I have a 600 grit belt on here. I'm contemplating to jump up to 1,000 on the first touch here. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I might even go 2,500 just to play it safe. And using the KMFK KSAG1 guide angle. I tell you, I would not be doing this without that. No way would I freehand this job. For all the sharpening nerds, you can see how I have things set up. I have not reduced the gap for attaching the platen directly to the system. So I'd have a convex. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a flat grind. Once I apex on the flat grind, I'm gonna do a micro precision convex grind for the final edge to give this thing some durability. So flat grind finished with a micro convex. I think that's the game plan right now, but we've got a bit of hill to climb before we can even get there, right? All right, 5,000 grit belt. Let's go ahead and I guess I don't need gloves yet, but if my wife sees this, she definitely won't be happy. All right, here goes nothing. All right, just kind of getting a feel for things, getting a feel for the balance, the weight. The angle guide here is actually holding really well. I'm happy with it. I feel zero flexing. That was my main concern. Back in the day, I've had sword requests. I've had a lot of sword requests, but this thing just, nope. This guy though, holy cow, it's a brick. It's not gonna flex on me with all this weight. And yeah, let's go 6 inches at a time. Have a feeling this is going to take a long time. And most importantly, guys, set proper expectations with your customer before you take a job. I am very fortunate that I finally found the right guy. He knows this is not my forte, but he's watched my videos. He's a local guy, and he knows I'm very meticulous, and he believes in me, and I believe in me. So we're not going to strangle each other if this doesn't go perfect. But yeah, I have no reason to think this isn't going to be a success. All right, here we go. There you go. Not too bad, huh? Like I got to do this number to, I don't want to just hold the tip. There is a, it's not the hardest steel, so it does flex, and I don't want to bend it. Few changes I might make. I might actually add some quarter tick marks for every 6 feet. Just so, because there's been a few times where I'm like, oh, I wish my goal here, let me explain. I want to put the exact amount of time and pressure on every millimeter of this blade. And that's going to ensure a nice even bevel on each side. So if I had more tick marks other than 6 inches, if I had to stop for some reason, something happens, then it's easier for me to know where to get back on track. That's the anal retentive side of me. Now, some of you probably wouldn't worry about a minor detail like that, but these things come very, very dull. The bolster is friggin', this is gonna take me all night. There's no doubt about it. We'll see how long I last on the 100 grit. I may end up, I'm definitely gonna jump down to 80 in a minute, and we'll see about 40 after that. So, all right, I'll check back in with you guys when I'm maybe halfway to an apex, but we're still in the beginning. All right, fellas, I got a quick update for you. I think I'm about 66% of the way to an apex. I know I'd said I'd come back at the apex, but I want to share some tips that I've developed that'll help you, okay? So, say you're over here, you're grinding this side of the blade. Phone's ringing. Ring, 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 ring. Ignore it. Get through this pass. Ring, 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 ring. Okay, boom, done. Take your sword, set it on top of some soft objects that you've set up. You never want to put a nice, beautiful sword on a hard surface, and answer the phone. Go grab a bite to eat. Take a break. Take a piss. Do what you gotta do, right? Phone call's over. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Boom. Well, oh shit. I'm sharpening a sword today. Oh, it's on the right side. That means that's the side I gotta start grinding on, because I left it on that side. So leave the sword on the side of the grinder that you need to start from. That's been huge for me. My phone rings all the time, guys. Okay, next thing. Art. Do art. No, I'm playing. I'm terrible at art, as you can see. These are minuses, pluses, minus. These should be pluses, but I didn't do it. And then minuses. Minus, I'm way thinner right here than I am right here. Why? I don't know. It must be my tempo, I guess. I must have been going slower down here and faster here, slower here and faster here, but I'm ahead of the game here. I'm behind here. So I'll go 1, 1, 2, 2, maximum of 4 total passes. And then I'm examining the bevel. And I'm examining the blunt side of the blade and using light, the refraction of the light, reflection of the light to see where's it skinny, where's it thin. And I'm marking it out here as I go. There's so many because this started as one here and one here, but over time they kind of grew and grew and grew. But anyways, that will help you achieve, because the goal here is a nice, even grind from heel to point. Do a run here. A little fat down here. And then boom, I'm gonna skip over to here. Skip that section because it's already almost apex. Okay, now I've got to manage a camera for my YouTube channel, so I'm gonna set the blade on this side so I know that's where I need to start when I come back to grinding. Last night we created the burr. We've apexed from the heel to the point. This morning when I woke up, first thing I really started thinking about that 30-degree per side angle, and you know, this isn't gonna be a coconut cutter. This thing would be used to cut ropes and, you know, the occasional arm of your enemy. So I made the decision to drop down to 25 degrees per side. It's gonna make it just a little bit more deadly, but also we're gonna maintain that strength behind it. And who knows, maybe in the future, as I do more swords, I'm sure these approaches to edge geometry will change. One cool thing we learned though is you absolutely can sharpen a sword on a 1x30. Just gotta love it when you film something and you turn and look and you weren't recording. The markers have been huge to know, because I gotta take breaks. It's really difficult to do a pass from one end to the other without stopping. The KMFK Angle guide, I'm not getting the quality and straightness of this without it. There's no way I could have ever free-handed this. In fact, I don't know how anybody could. So, $20 little angle guide, $200 sanding system, and you can make deadly swords sharp in your, you can make swords deadly sharp in your own garage. How cool is that? This particular sword, don't ever quote me on this, but I believe this is a lenticular primary bevel on here. So it's got an oval shape, which does add challenge
to maintaining a nice level contact with the tool rest and the belt. There's been times where I notice it's easy to kind of lift up a little bit or just not sit at a consistent angle. But you know, over time you'll find that spot, like right here, this is where I should be. But sometimes I'll rise up a little bit. But if you do, you just correct for it quickly. Find that sweet spot and try to maintain it the entire time. Setting the edge on this side of the machine to indicate where I need to start on my next grind. I got hung up there for a second. Sometimes the tape, the flatter you can get the tape, the better you're gonna slide. This is probably my like 4th round of tape here. We're currently grinding 200 grit diamond. I've started working the tip. That gets a dunk in the water in between each one, because the tip will heat up very quickly, friends. That's it. I just keep doing that over and over. I think I've apexed it by now, and it's looking pretty good. Oh yeah, this thing can stab someone pretty good. We're not gonna be doing that though, are we? This is decorations, but I guess, you know, if someone goes and tries to rob my client, damn, probably not a good idea, because you will take a cutlass to the gut, my friends. All right, so that's just a quick update. I'm gonna keep going. I'm hoping I can get this thing done tonight. It's 200 grit. I'm gonna climb all the way up to 2,500 grit before we move over to honing. And I'll look at getting another camera angle set up here. This whole process, I'm like, I need to get that first person view camera going. I might get a pair of those glasses or a GoPro or shit. Maybe I can even set the camera up on my head. I don't know. We'll see. But I think we need to start thinking about that. How fucking cool was that? Let's do. Oh, that one hit the floor.
It missed the drink. That was neat though.
Yeah, we did it. I'm so happy. Took me all weekend, but here we are with a super sharp 20-inch blade. This is hands down, without a doubt, my proudest sharpening moment right here. I've been putting these things off. I get a call for a sword once every 2 weeks, and you know, maybe a quarter of those guys that call in to have their sword sharpened are actually serious. This guy, he and I just vibed, and I knew it's time. I gotta get my hands on a sword and see if my little 1x30 can make it happen. Well, guess what? David did not only draw blood, but he decapitated Goliath today. This is my moment right here. Let me tell you, the KMFK Angle guide, that thing, without it, nope, it would have been a half-baked edge. But I got a nice laser straight bevel from heel to point. Very proud of it. And as you can see, it can kill. In the famous words of our friends at Forged in Fire. That's where I got the inspiration from to do the cut test on the meat. That was a lot of fun. We're gonna have to do more of those. But boy, oh, I'm so happy. Client's on his way right now. He's gonna go home a happy customer. We're gonna have a little bit more money in the bank, and I'll probably put that aside for a 2x42, because you can sharpen on a 1x30, but is it practical? No, it's not. It's a lot of work, guys. It's a lot of work, a lot of focus, and yeah, I'm kind of glad to be done too. This thing was a lot of effort and a lot of work. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. So that angle jig, we're currently, me and like 30 other guys are in the Get Sharp Discord right now, redesigning it, because the maker of that, KMFK, they want real life sharpener feedback. So you can go jump in there right now and start giving your ideas, or maybe you don't have ideas to give, you just want to meet some friends. We got a guy over there that's the Home Depot, a Sharpening. He knows where to get everything at the cheapest price. Just a bunch of cool guys. I've made so many friends in the last couple months. It's insane. So come check us out at the Get Sharp Discord. Like I said, you will not be disappointed when you do. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one.